and changed our last name so that she couldn't find us. I don't even remember her being in my life as a young kid. Like, when I think about talking to her or saying, "I love you, Mom," it kind of hurts.
Why?
Because I don't feel like I really do.
Jeremy, you went through 95 in 2 weeks.
How do you know? You're counting my pills when I have them? You're really that into my business? Why weren't you in my business when I was a kid? Do you need to listen to the story and get your straight?
First off, I was sitting back there and I was listening to both of them. Okay, I've been spending 27 years trying to put this stuff behind me.
Plus, I was brought some text messages by this man, Alexis, and he said that my female had hit him up. The way he talks about women, you talk about women, we gonna have some problems. You talk about my significant other, we gonna have some problems, you feel me? And I'm not for it. If it comes out truth, you better have him get up from the seat, because you know what? Boom. This is so disrespectful to my character, my empire as fredo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, he's lying like because...
Here's a $50 million question. Have you ever slept with Alexis?
No,
That's right now. Welcome. Not every childhood is perfect. Oftentimes, families become fractured, and no amount of talking or apologies can heal emotional wounds. Meet Jeremy. Jeremy wrote into the show because he said he can't remember a time in his life where his family has been together. His parents have conflicting stories when it comes to what really happened when he was a child, and today he wants to know the truth. So please welcome Jeremy. How are you? So, why are we here?
I'm here because there's a lot of things in my life that I've been told by each of my parents, and I really want to know the truth of what happened as a kid and why my parents I feel like both of them abandoned me at one point in my life.
They abandoned you. That's a big statement.
Yeah, it definitely is a big statement, but that's how I feel, because throughout my life, my parents have individually, at one point or another, separated themselves from me or pushed me away, I feel.
So dad blames it on your mom blames it on your dad?
Yes, my mom definitely has hard feelings towards my dad. And my dad, he's always told me one thing, and I just want to know the truth.
What has your dad told you?
My dad told me that when my mom was, just after she gave birth to me, she enjoyed going out drinking. She was verbally abusive and danger for me to be around. And tells me that she took off when I was a baby and decided that she was going to go party, and my mom tells me something completely different.
What does your mom say?
My mom says that my dad ran away with me as a little kid and changed our last name so that she couldn't find us.
So how long were you estranged from your mom?
Oh,
if
man.
That's the case.
You know, I don't even remember her being in my life as a young kid at all. I remember times where my grandparents raised me. Like I said, both of my parents kind of pushed me off, and they gave me to my grandparents, which God bless them. Thank you.
So when you speak to your mom now, or do you speak to your mom?
Yeah, I try to have a relationship with her, but I dread the moment that she calls. Like, when I think about talking to her or saying, "I love you, Mom," it kind of hurts.
Why?
Because I don't feel like I really do.
Does she say things to you like, "Oh, I hate you just like your dad"? Or...
Yeah, she definitely has said that in my past. I tried to live with her when I was a kid, and I remember a specific moment that she kicked me out of her house and said that I reminded her exactly of my father, and she hated his guts.
Do you feel that your life has been changed by that behavior?
Oh, yes, definitely. I've had a lot of struggles that I've dealt with personally, and thinking back to those things, those choices that I made, it was
What are some of those struggles?
Man, when I got out of the Navy, I got DUI. Be honest with you, I used to do drugs. I used to be really deep into it, and thinking back to that, it was because I was super depressed. I didn't know who I was as a person or really where I came from.
I know you got in some fights.
Oh, yeah. I definitely had my fair share of dark days.
Okay, so fights, alcohol involved?
A lot of drinking. There was a lot of drinking when I was younger.
You eventually got discharged? You discharged from the military? How did you feel when you left the military? Because that was the one thing that you wanted to prove to your parents.
Oh, I felt like I was worthless at that point. I really did.
What type of relationship do you have with your mom today?
Well, up until a year ago, I didn't talk to her for about 7 years. I got into a big fight with her back in my early 20s, and
What was that fight about? Do you remember?
It was about, I was going to culinary school, working full-time, had a fiance, had a vehicle, had my own place. I really had my stuff together. And there was a point where I needed to borrow $20 because my bank account was going to go overdraft. Some bills were coming through that night. I asked her if she could put it in my account so that I didn't overdraft, and I would pay her back the next day. Because of my childhood history with my drugs and stuff, she immediately assumed that it was for drugs. So she's like, no, Jeremy, I'm not going to help you out. I'm not going to support your drug habit. So we got into a huge blowout fight. Like, Mom, you've never even been there. Every time that I've tried to ask you for something, you just push me away or tell me that I'm just like my dad or just do away with me.
So for $20?
Yep.
I do want to listen to what your mom has to say. Her name's Kathy, obviously. Kathy, coming out. You've been listening backstage?
I have, and son, I don't know how you feel about me, but I've always loved you with all my heart.
So tell me why you came to the show today.
Well, because my son, I see him struggling with alcohol and drug abuse, and
That was a long time ago, Mom.
sorry, son, but it wasn't. It's been just very recent.
What do you say recent?
Yeah, tell me, Mom.
Just about a month ago, he had told me that a bunch of people were after him for a bunch of drugs he did.
That's a lie. I did not tell you that. I told you that I needed to leave Arizona because I wasn't around good people, but that does not mean that I was on drugs.
I asked you to please turn yourself into the police and to actually also asked you to please get help with treatment and please not to do that to yourself. And the same day, you literally got somewhere down to a truck stop and got a ride and ended up in Colorado.
Yeah, because I called you and asked you if I could stay with you until I got a paycheck, and I needed to move out of the place that I was living in because it was no good for me. I needed to separate myself from the people that were around me.
Were you doing drugs at that time?
Nope, I was not.
Jeremy, you
Alcohol?
went through 95 in 2 weeks.
No, I did not.
You did.
Where the do you get this from?
You did.
How do you know? You're counting my pills when I have them? You're really that into my business? Why weren't you in my business when I was a kid?
I was.
Do you need to listen to the story and get your straight?
You got me out of my house. You have me here in LA, got me on a plane. If you want to tell the truth, then tell the truth.
I'm
But you need to
trying to.
tell the whole truth.
I'm trying to,
And I
Mom.
was there when you were a child, and I'm sorry you don't remember
Really?
that.
I remember this.
I'm sorry
I
you don't
remember all
remember
the damn
it.
times that you would call me when my grandparents were raising me and say that you were going to come visit me, and I'd sit on the front porch for hours at a time
Jeremy,
for you
you're
to never show
delusional
up.
because that is not the case.
You see what
That
I'm
is
talking
not
about, man?
true.
So let me ask you these questions.
You were wrong.
You see what I'm talking about?
When he was young,
Oh, boy.
did you disappear?
No, actually, this is what happened when I was young. His father, and he'll probably admit to it because I believe that he's grown more now,
Okay.
was abusive. He broke my nose,
Okay.
broke it. There was a lot of abuse going on, a lot of yelling, a lot of
So
screaming.
verbal and physical?
Yeah, and I just couldn't take it, and I said we were going to get divorced. His father and I later got back together, back and forth, lived with each other with my
How come the
youngest
husband,
son.
your ex-husband, right? Mm-hmm. How come he got custody? What were the grounds he got custody on?
The grounds of the custody were we were actually going to fight, both of us together, to get equal. However, and hopefully he'll admit to this too, I had to borrow a friend's car to get to court. My car that I had to borrow
So he
was sabotaged and did not make it to the court. I showed up
okay.
the same day. As soon as the gavel went down from the judge, I finally got there because I had to go from a broken car to a cab to get to the courthouse. When I got there, his dad said, sorry, too late.
Okay.
And Jeremy, you're the only one that doesn't, you're not the only one that doesn't have inner peace. When you were gone for years, there was a hole in my heart bigger than you could ever imagine in your life. It was
Then why would you call
horrible.
me and tell me you were coming to visit and never show up? Because I remember the day that my grandfather was
Jeremy, I
talking to you.
didn't do that
Yes,
to
he
you.
did.
I may have done it once or twice if I couldn't get there, but it wasn't like an all the time I don't care about you.
Were you doing drugs at that time or no?
No, not at that time. I have did cocaine in the 80s for about a year and then realized it was really stupid and
When you were doing
stopped.
drugs, what were you doing?
Well, honestly, I did methamphetamines from the time I was 13 to 16.
You know that, right?
I didn't know he was on methamphetamines at 13 to 16. That's just
Okay.
found that out.
Okay. So we're learning
It's kind
something,
of really
right?
scary. Yeah.
Right?
Mom.
Well, but this is why you're here.
Right.
Doesn't matter what it is. I'm asking you
Well,
the same.
yeah, we're grown
Right?
people now, and you're almost 30, and I'm 50. So, yeah, we kind of
Well,
really need to.
I think it's time
find
we need to
common
meet
ground.
Steve, right? Your dad. So, Steve, come on out. Wow. Hey, sir. Nice to meet you. Take a seat. Take a seat. Wow. Some revelations.
Yeah,
Right?
I was listening backstage, and
You could be spitting image brothers. That's the glasses.
it's
Yeah,
not
they,
the first time
they
we've
look
heard
alike,
that.
Jeremy. That's what you're going to look like when you're 50.
Yeah. So you've heard.
55.
So you've heard what's going on here, right?
Yes, sir.
Conflicting stories, right?
Yes.
So give me your side of the early years.
Okay. First off, I was sitting back there and I was listening to both of them. Okay.
Coming up. Where you going?
You guys are so. Why can't you just talk? I've been trying to do this
Emotions
my
are gonna
whole
come
life
out.
just
We
to
are
find
talking.
out what's really been going on.
And now you know.
neither of you know what happened.
And later.
And so, after the movies, your boy had to get a little dessert after, you feel me?
First off, I was sitting back there and I was listening to both of them. Okay. You have not been clean for 3 years
Yes,
off
I
alcohol.
have. No, we're talking about drugs.
Okay.
I still drink,
Not
but
drugs
not like I
either.
used to in the Navy.
No.
Not drugs either, Jeremy.
Mom,
that was part of. Hey, respect your mother,
Sorry.
please.
Sorry,
Okay. You can say things to disagree, but don't disrespect her on my stage.
I apologize.
Okay. So you still drink a little bit, right? Heavily.
No, not heavily.
He's calmed it down.
Okay.
He has.
So that was half the reason, again, discharge, anger, alcoholism. Okay? That was why you got discharged. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
It is.
Okay? When he was young and you took him and you got custody of him, tell me about that and what Mum was like and why you did that.
She blamed me for sabotage in her car the day that we had court. That wasn't what happened.
did.
It had to have been an act of God as far as I'm concerned.
Really?
because
I don't think
showed
God
up-
does things that to people.
I showed up to
I
court.
don't think God does things like that to people.
God
Baloney.
protects his, okay? He loves
If
his
he
children,
was-
Kathy.
He
Anyway,
would have been better off.
it was going to be one of us as a custodial parent, and I believed that I was going to be the better parent, so I fought for him, and I won. Thank God.
You sabotaged my car. You sabotaged my
You can
car.
believe whatever you want about that,
You
Kathy. It didn't
sabotaged the
happen.
car to make me
Where you
not
going?
get there.
Where you going?
You guys are so. Why can't you just talk?
We are talking, Jeremy.
I've been trying to do this
Emotions are
my
gonna
whole
come
life
out.
just
We
to
are
find
talking.
out what's really been going on.
And now you
neither
know.
of you know what happened.
We do too know what happened.
So, sit down. Okay?
Stop cussing.
I'm mad, yo.
Hey,
you guys
you
are...
can be mad. We want answers, and that's why we're here, right? But we're adults, and we can conduct ourselves in that way.
Right.
So,
Now,
you took custody.
yeah, okay. I took custody. I had custody of him. I lived at my parents' house with him because I was not a very good parent at that time. And after her and I split up, I started getting into the drugs, and
Okay.
I got into them heavy.
Okay. What type of drugs?
Oh, I was a cocaine addict. I smoked marijuana. I took, wasn't into pills too much, but I was drinking like a fish. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a full-blown alcoholic. So is he. So is she. Okay? I have been clean and sober now. Come December 26th of this year, it'll be 9 years.
Good for you.
I want to also let Kathy know that I'd never hit her in the nose. I don't know where you got this broken nose garbage
broke
from. I was
my
never.
nose.
There was one time I was physical with you, and that was the night that I sat on you and held your arms down in the bed to keep you from getting out of bed to pick him up because he needed to cry through the night and learn how to be able to sleep through the night. You used to get out of bed
You're lying
every 2
because you
hours.
broke my nose. You mentally abused me, and you always yelled at me.
No. So was there a police
You
report?
did that to me a lot.
Was there a police report for this?
Nope. Because every time he talked me into not saying a word and I went to the hospital, he had to take me to the hospital one time and he told me to tell him I fell down the stairs, and my dumb ass did.
Is there, hang on. I want you
And
to do
I
a minute.
did. I covered
Is
for you
there,
until I was
before you
done.
shake your head, is there a thought in your head that you were doing so many drugs and alcohol that you wouldn't remember that?
You know, I got to be honest with you. There was one time where I do recall her going down some steps. I never remember me pushing her, okay? And I don't remember us ever going to the hospital. This was 27 years ago.
Okay.
I've been spending 27 years trying to put this stuff behind me, okay? And now...
Well, we're here, but
know,
we're here
trying to
not for
bring
you
it back.
guys. Really, you guys really, you're just the storytellers right now.
Yeah.
Because I really want the information so we can help him. In the audience, a very, very dear friend of mine, Stacy Kaiser. You're sitting here listening, and I'm trying to kind of pick and dig here. What do you think when you listen to this?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that thing where they say there are 3 sides to every story, his, hers, and the truth. So this is what I want to say to you, Jeremy, and I really mean this sincerely. You're not going to get your answers. And I don't know if it's alcohol and drug use. I don't know if it's selective memory. I don't know if it's lying. I don't know what it is, but you are not going to get your answers. And that doesn't mean you can't move forward. So this is my recommendation, okay? My recommendation is this. You guys have to start over if you want a relationship with them. And you have to let them try to earn your relationship again. And he needs to earn your relationship. And everybody just begins today and tries to be the best person they can be. And that way, you're all adults. You can track what's really happening. You'll know if a lie is a lie. And if someone delivers, they're in. And if someone doesn't deliver, they're out.
Do you think they can... That's a very good point. Do you think the emotional wounds can be healed?
The emotional wounds can be healed, but it's work you need to do with inside yourself about feeling abandoned. And it has to do with making really strong connections now. When you had a bad childhood, you need to find people in your adult life who you can trust and connect with. And maybe it could be these 2. Let's hope it could be these 2. If not, then you need to find friends, grandparents, aunts, uncles, women, whatever.
Here's the interesting thing. If you look at your parents, your dad was an alcoholic and a drug addict.
Still
Your
am.
mum...
I'm still an alcoholic. I always will be.
Yeah. Well, you are, but you're dry, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Right? Your mum used drugs and was an alcoholic. Right?
Used
And it's generational, because now it's come to you. You've used. It's hurt you in that your anger issues has helped you get thrown out of the military. It's helped you, all the bad things in your life, and now is it's time to stop that, right? Because otherwise you end up just fighting yourself.
See,
And the inner demons that you have, because you still have anger. You have a lot of anger.
well, I mean, that's because every time that I've tried to talk to my parents about this and to find out the truth of what really happened, my dad will sit down and talk to me. My mom, she just starts yelling and says that
That is not
everybody
true.
had
But your dad has a one-sided
That's not true. I've not yelled.
remembrance.
I've even apologized to you for not being able to
Mom, let me ask
save you from what I
Have
thought
you ever
were
gotten
going
physical
through.
with me?
No, I have not. And don't say I have, because if you do,
I'm gonna
God's
tell you a
watching
specific
you.
point in my life when I
Jesus is
lived with you
watching
down
you
in
if you're
Phoenix.
lying. Don't
when
lie.
the police had to come because you attacked me in a way that my throat was bleeding. I had claw marks down my throat. I ran away to get away from you.
You're lying.
You called the cops and said that I ran
You're
away.
lying. I
And
saw
when
the
the
wound.
cops came and
You're
found me,
lying.
when the
I saw
cops
the
came and
wound.
found me, I had blood down my
When?
throat. And the cops
Then
said,
I
you know
picked
what?
him
I
up
had a
in
mother
Arizona.
just like yours.
No.
I'm gonna tell her I couldn't find you.
That is a
And
damn
then I
lie.
disappeared with
Yes,
my
it
dad.
is a lie.
And
Don't
you
tell
tried
me
to
it's
call
not.
in
It
him
is
for
a lie.
kidnapping.
Well,
That is a damn lie.
I called Jeremy when he
That
was
is
12.
a damn lie.
living with his mom.
it's not.
I'm
You
an
cannot
over-the-road
lie
truck
about me
driver.
like
I'm not lying
that.
about you,
Oh,
period.
yes, you are.
I called
Oh,
him
yes,
up,
you are.
told him I was in
yes,
Phoenix.
You are. I have
He
never
told me,
hurt
Dad,
you, ever.
where are you at? I said, I'm just
You
a
got
couple
taken
miles
to
away
school
from you.
by
He
the
said,
police.
get over here
For
right
being
now. I want to
mousy.
see you. And he said, Mom just attacked me. I don't want to live here anymore. She's evil. She hates my guts. And I need to leave.
So here's where we are.
I got,
right?
wait,
Because
I
we're
gotta
not getting,
defend myself on
but
this
we're not
one.
getting anywhere.
It's not true.
We're not getting anywhere.
Oh,
we're going
Lord.
back and forth.
If you're going to tell stories about me like that, that's wrong.
I was there, Kathy.
You weren't there. You picked him up and he told you a story.
I saw the claw marks.
It doesn't mean you saw me do it. I never touched
Who
him.
the hell did it then?
I'm not going to admit
All right.
to something I didn't do, ever.
Well, listen, apparently there's a lot going on that we're not admitting because we don't either
Jeez.
recall it, or we're doing drugs, or we're doing alcohol, or
Yeah.
we're getting divorced, or we're on the run.
I was sober.
So that's not,
Man, Jeremy, that's
the only
wrong.
person I've heard tell the truth is him when he says, I'm sober for 9 years.
That's right.
You've gone on and lived your life and you continue. You've gone on, got remarried, lived your life, right?
Right.
He's still stuck in the middle trying to find out who he is, what he is, and where he comes from. And you can't give him answers, and that is very frustrating to him. That's why he acts the way he does.
Right, but the answer is we can't.
He's angered. No, listen to me.
What is it?
Listen to me. His anger is inside because he can't get the answers. That's why he lost a career in the military. That's where the way he is now. Look at him.
Dude.
That's what I care about, trying to get him help so he can move forward. And all you care about is, well, you did this and you did this. I don't care about you guys. When we come back, come here. You're going to end up like this. This is what you're going to end up like.
Hateful.
They hate.
Spiteful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen to
that
this.
doesn't look
Again,
good, huh?
I got done being abused by you years ago.
All right, listen. You got divorced. You're not doing it on my show. Sit down.
And later,
If this becomes true, this is so disrespectful to my character, my empire as Fredo. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a $50 million question. Have you ever slept with Alexis?
Hang it, and she always has, and she'll never stop.
Then that's it. Then she's got to go from your life and you've got to move on. But you can't harbor this anger every time you see her, because what it's going to do is going to eat you up. Here.
Thanks, bro.
It's going to eat you up and you can't move forward.
I know it's
Have a
brutal.
relationship with your dad, then, you know, if that's what you believe, if you believe this against this, then you have to go with your gut instinct because you're not going to get the real answers. Stacey was exactly right. There's so much denial and so much time gone past, they don't even know what went on. This one was high on this, one was drunk on this, and you're suffering from that. So you're going to move on. You make a relationship with the person you want to make a relationship, but you've got to lose this anger.
It's
because-
not that I'm angry. It's that I've destroyed relationships that I've had with great people, and I know why. It's because deep inside, this is what I've dealt with my entire life.
But then we have to, and it's not easy to get rid of that, but we've got to, because if we don't, come here. You're going to end up like this. This is what you're going to end up like.
Hateful.
They hate.
Spiteful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen to
that
this.
doesn't look
Again,
good, huh?
I got done being abused by you years ago.
All right, listen, you got divorced, you're not doing it on my show. Sit down. You got remarried, you said things that he didn't like, he said things you didn't like. Who gives the monkeys right now? Because at the end of the day, it's this kid, 29 years old, that has no answers. And he deserves answers. And not you, or you can give him the answers.
But I'm giving him the only truth I know. My truth is what I
But your
know.
truth is apparently not the real truth because you can't even say
is.
things together. 29 years ago, you can't even remember what it was. 12 years ago, when he was 12 years old, you can't tell him what he did. He's got
Yes,
one
I
recollection, you've got one recollection, and he's got a completely different one.
Jeremy, do you remember playing basketball and me
Like I
going
said,
and seeing you?
that's
in
what-
Grandma's?
Tell me,
12
all right,
years old.
here, tell me what you've done for him in the last 3 years. Three
the last
things.
3 years?
3 things.
One, I let him live in my house.
Which your husband didn't like.
Well, he was okay. He didn't
So he
want
felt alienated.
No, my
Oh, yes,
husband.
I definitely did.
Of course.
Continue, Mom.
Yeah,
Go
next.
ahead.
I'm waiting.
Okay. Then I've loaned you money, and then I decided after a while I'm not going to loan you money.
When did you loan me money?
I loaned you money a couple of
You've
times.
never loaned me money.
Okay, Jeremy.
In my entire
Really?
life. Dad has always loaned
I
me the
didn't
money.
Western Union you money over in Colorado when you were there?
No.
Oh, wow.
I asked you to, and you didn't send me a dime. You said, I can't do it, son. I'm sorry.
You asked
Dad,
me for 50, I gave you 75,
Dad,
Jeremy.
when he's always had it, and he could, He's always been the one to help me. Why do you think I have a closer relationship with him than you? Because every time I've called to ask you for some help or to just talk to you,
Every time I help you, you
push
don't
me away and
remember.
tell me you can't.
That's not true, Jeremy.
Can I ask you a question?
It's not true.
Can I ask you a question? He's your
Yes.
son, right?
Yes.
That's your flesh and blood.
Yes.
When's the last time you actually sat him down and said, hey, this is what we need to fix. This is where we are. This is what happened. That's for two of you, not just for one of you.
I've done it a couple of times. I've actually apologized for not being in his life when his dad took him away from me and told him I wish to God I could have been with him.
Here's the thing, and this is for you, all right? I'm going to tell you what I think. You have to find your own life. You have to pick the relationships that you want, okay? If you cannot have a relationship with your mother because it's too aggressive, or your father for that matter, then don't. Because what it does, it antagonizes you to an angry point. And that's why you're losing your relationships.
No, I know, yeah. I have somebody waiting back home for me, and we went through a huge struggle over the past couple weeks, and she helped me to realize something about myself. The entire time that I've grown up, and anybody that's tried to get close to me, I've pushed out of my life, and I've sabotaged the relationships. And I know why. It's because I'm trying to test how long they'll stick around.
Well, let me tell you this. Don't test. Just go with the flow.
That's why I'm here.
Okay?
I want to do that.
Well, then,
This
you
is
know
it.
what? Take it by the hands and enjoy it. I wish you all the best of luck. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I know that I brought her here and pissed her off. I take responsibility for that. But she's still not going to take responsibility for leaving me or pushing me away throughout my entire life.
I don't want a relationship with him where all he does is call me and tells me he loves me when he wants something or lies about me. I don't want that. He needs to be honest. And I want a relationship with him so that he can actually be at peace. There's something very haunting about him. It bothers me.
My life has been pretty much a blur because of drug and alcohol use. And the last 9 years, you know, I've got clarity and it's peaceful.
When we return...
Oh, everything gonna be said? All right, then I want everything stated. I want everything stated. I want everything. Any type of negative energy that you spread about me, and any type after all this that happened, I want it said to me right now. What's up?
Welcome. My next guest says that he's afraid that his Bonnie to his Clyde is being taken away from him. He thinks his friend may be too close for comfort with his girlfriend and suspects them of cheating. And he's here demanding answers to finally find out the truth. Please welcome Fredo to the show.
Beautiful, beautiful. Much love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love all y'all. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you so much. Hello, Robert. Nice to meet you. I'm Fredo.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you. Beautiful. Look at all these. Look at your audience. Beautiful.
Yeah, aren't they great?
Casting. Let's clap. Let's clap. Let's clap. Come on.
Yeah. So, tell me, what conflict are you experiencing right now, Fredo?
Well, look, me and Melissa met, July 12, 2014. That's, freshman year of high school. You got this mentality like, oh, that's my baby. I'm gonna love her forever, hopefully. I found out that, we went on the run for like a week. I was really just, it was...
Like running?
Yeah, we went on a whole nother city and we just ran away from home. It was just disgusting, whatever. Anyways, the relationship was really rocky and really just like, no. I mean, we, drifted away from that. I dropped out of school. I came back and I graduated with a 2.7. So you know what?
All right, cool. Very cool.
And the conflict that I have with Melissa is the fact that, I was brought some text messages by this man, Alexis, and he said that my female had hit him up. Now, I know Alexis to be, I'm not going to disrespect him and say nothing about his, character, but the way he talks about women, you talk about women, we going to have some problems. You talk about my significant other, we can have some problems, you feel me? And I'm not for it. I asked him, I said, what did you do when you met up with Melissa? Because I know that she, you try to link up with him. He gave me some bare-ass, weak-ass answers, and I want the truth now.
Right. So you believe that she's seeing him, right?
Yes, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm 50-50 with it. If it comes out truth, you better have him get up from this seat because you know what? Boom. You feel me?
Tell me, slow down.
Sorry. I'm just, that's my baby.
Tell me about your baby and your relationship with your baby before this other guy got.
You know, I used to treat her to dinner, everything. You know, we used to go out because she lived in another city at the point.
Okay.
I used to go over there every time after work and just we would go shopping. You know, I'd get her some jewelry, everything for her birthday, everything. You know, that was my baby. That's like I said. Like respect, my loyalty, my love, my humbleness towards her. It's just like, if this becomes true, this is so disrespectful to my character, my empire as Fredo. You know what I'm saying?
Can you explain to me what the empire is?
The empire is just, you know...
You're 18 years old, right?
Right. Opportunity, you feel me?
Got it.
You know, just getting out here and trying to, you know, get my name out there and get my network out there and just let the people know, Fredo. Let's go. Well, much love to you. Much love.
I can't wait to meet Melissa. Melissa, come on out.
Baby, my baby.
You look so cute.
Oh, my baby.
Don't do it.
How are you, Melissa?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
So you've been listening backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Fredo's Empire, you're Bonnie and Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you?
I'm Clyde, of course.
Okay.
You know, he's Bonnie.
Okay. So, tell me about your relationship.
Well, first of all, he lying like because...
What you mean I'm lying, though?
Because you talking about, hold up, okay. He talking about that he takes me out to dinner all the time.
Oh, so when
I'm going to dinner by myself,
okay,
obviously,
but you know what?
I don't...
Hold up. So when we went to Red Lobster, that wasn't a date?
Have you been fully...
I'm starting to get...
Well, have you been fully committed to him, to Fredo?
Be honest.
Don't act like you all... don't act like you run somebody.
Are you got bored sometimes?
A little bit.
Why?
Wow.
Why are you bored?
We've
seems
been
like a
together for a
spicy
very,
character.
very long time. He is very...
Very long time. You're 18 years old.
We met in like the 5th grade, so
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
He's a part of my life.
So, so you've been together a long time, yeah?
Yes, but
So what do you do when you get bored?
I hang out with other people.
Wow. Are you...
What you mean?
Okay, no.
Okay, hanging out is 2 different things. Let's get that straight.
Okay, well, you know what? I want to get to the bottom of this.
Okay, we can.
So if he's not available, you find somebody else
Yes.
to hang out with.
Okay, look, hold on. Let me get the record straight,
hold
because I
on,
know
because
trifle
you know what?
female.
I know, no. You know what? So the times that I hit you up and
You
you say
talk
you
too
busy,
much.
no, hold on. The times that you saying I'm busy and all this and that, at the point where you saying that I'm busy, this and that, you was
That
lying.
I'm
Hold
busy?
on. I'm asking you, are you lying right now?
Don't try to act
I'm
like
asking
you
you,
catching
I'm
me and
asking you.
stuff.
Does that mean other men involved if he's not available?
Oh my God, Robert. Oh my
No.
God, Robert. Oh.
Other men, yeah, female, yes, people,
Did
human
you-
beings.
Hold on. Did she just say other men?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to sit away from her.
Are you serious?
Seriously,
So
no,
extra.
that is so disrespectful.
So
I would
disrespectful?
never.
Let's
I
not
would
even
never.
go there.
So,
I would
okay,
never
let's
put you in
bring
that
out
position.
Alexis. Alexis, come on out here.
Sit your ass
No, where's
down.
that?
Straight up, sit down.
Alexis, there you go.
Look, you can do this way.
No, we're not doing that.
Wait a minute. Nice to see you.
What up, everybody? How y'all doing today?
What's up?
I can't see you. I can't see you there. You can sit by the side of me if you want, but I can't see
I'm
you.
sorry, sir. I mean, I wanted everything set to my face. You feel me?
Okay.
This is gonna be
All right, well,
the time.
Everything gonna be said. you know what I'm
Oh, everything gonna be said? All right, then. I want everything stated. I want everything stated. I want everything. Any type of negative energy that you spread about me, and any type after all this that happened, I want it said to me right now. What's up?
What is gonna be said? Ain't worried about you.
After the break,
Have you ever slept with Alexis?
Answer the question, please. Just answer.
Okay, look at me, but I want to... Yeah.
What's up?
You know her from 5th grade too?
Yeah. And I've known Melissa and Fredo, you know, they've known each other for a good while. Sadly.
Yeah, sadly. At this point, I feel it.
So I've known both of them pretty much, so it's all.
Okay. But you never dated, right?
No, I've never dated or nothing like that. It was just more like a friendship, because you know how they were once they were a thing. It was more. I was just more like a friendship between them two.
Yeah,
but
he's my homie.
So social media and things like that. So you
Yeah.
just hang out.
what do you mean, like just regular hanging out? Oh, just I'm saying like a little bit chill.
Here's a $50 million question. I want an honest answer. Have you ever slept with Alexis?
Yeah, answer the question, please. Just answer it.
Okay, look at me, but I want to. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? Swear to God, I know why. I have no clue why you did. What? Do something, bro. No.
What happened, Charlie? You want to be in front of me? Now what?
All right.
So I have to ask.
Sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. I mean,
Obviously, sex.
It was cool, you know what I'm saying? It was whatever. Ain't nothing too special, but...
It was nothing serious.
Wasn't. Get up. Hang on. What? When I asked you about sex, you said it wasn't special.
It was just more, just a little, you know. She was having a bad time with him. I took her out on a date, let her show her a little good time. And so, you know, after the movies, you know, your boy had to get a little dessert after, you feel me? It was like a one-time thing, and then the rest was just, you know, we would just talk here and there. It was just like a one-time thing.
One-time sex.
hold on, I have a question. So she left you after y'all had sex or whatever? She didn't want to hit you up no more? Or y'all hung out? I know, but did y'all have sex?
Well, we hung out
Hold on, my
after.
question is, did you have
Oh, you
sex
asked me
more
a
than
question,
once?
bro. I'm trying to answer.
What? Did you have sex more than once?
No, it was just
Damn,
one
you suck.
time.
Then you couldn't even do it.
So,
What do you mean?
So you're friends, right?
I still took it from you.
I mean, I know.
End of the day.
Why would you cross that line of friendship and
What do you mean? He was more of an acquaintance and more of a friendship.
Right.
It was just more of what's up.
And
That's it.
At this point, it's now gonna be, I'm removing this cancer from my life.
So here's the thing. You're more mad at Alexis than you are at your girlfriend who
Well, you know
put
what?
out to it.
Because I'm not gonna embarrass myself on TV and get angry with her. This is a female. I respect every single female. I came from a female, you know? I'll discuss what you know, this is all about later and discuss with her and try to build a relationship. I mean, leaving her right now, gone.
Hold up, wait, let me say something. Hold up. It's my turn to talk. Because you out here
Melissa,
flipping.
why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you tell him you
Hold up. He out here flipping like I'm the bad person. Okay, y'all know what you see on this stage, so let's not get it all the way. Because I think the not. Sorry. Anyways.
Still to come.
What do you want to do from here? You tell me. I mean, be honest. We'll see what's up. You feel me? Because I'm still gonna grind. I'm still gonna.
Of course, that's not what.
Don't go away.
Closed captioning for the Robert Irvine Show is provided by...
Don't sit up here and act like it's just all me, because you know what? I got love for you. You are like my best friend, and that's why we are not arguing right now like that. Okay, so sit up here and tell the truth. You have a part in it too. You have a fat ass part in it too. Like I tried. We were going through a rough patch, and it started because he was going through some family stuff, and I tried to be there for him. And I know that like.
Hold on, y'all. Give her this respect because during this time, hold on, I'm sorry, baby. I love all y'all. Look, I get the respect. But look, at a point when I was, you know, depressed, she was there for me. There was nobody else, you feel me? So this is why it hurts so much because, like I said, this is a ride or die, but now I'm in the die side, so it is what it is.
So why would you both cross the line? Why would you both cross that line?
Well, honestly, I didn't see there was no line cross because it was more like they were on and off.
What you mean there's no line cross? You disrespected me in every aspect. She threw everything away sleeping with you. She threw it all the way.
But
everything that I'm going to offer, the loyalty, the respect.
Do you want to be with her? Alexis, do you want to be with her?
Honestly, no, I do not. It was more just like, you know, more like out of...
Peter's becoming clean and being honest, right?
Hi, what's up?
Have you slept with anybody else?
Nope. It's been this man for 4 years, and then this one.
Sadly.
That's it.
For how long?
Sadly, yes, and I have to live with that. You feel me? Because what we have, I have to live with that.
No, what we
What
have.
we don't
So who
have
do you-
anymore.
who
we don't have anymore.
Okay, I corrected myself.
It sucks, baby. I really right now looking at you, and I'm just so like disappointed, baby. No, I'm not disgusted. That's beautiful. She's still beautiful, my baby, but I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
So let me give you a piece of advice. Where is the relationship going from this point forward? Or it's not? Are you just friends?
Me and Melissa?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let me see what I'm gonna say. And you're asking, you know, how our relationship is gonna go after this. I don't think we might have a relationship. I will always have mad respect for her, love for her. I won't ever say that I'm gonna be dating her. I won't ever, you know, tell nobody, look, I'm seeing Melissa again, because no.
She said you were boring.
Exactly.
I didn't say he was boring.
Am I boring? No! And I hope that I share my humbleness with every single one of y'all and everybody that's watching at home. You know, to have sex again, I mean, I would see why it's boring too.
I mean, I haven't had
Wait,
complaints.
who you trying to gas on? You
No, I'm
was trying to flip it on him, but gas me too.
Is there any relationship between either one of these and you moving forward or no?
No, we were never like, it was just...
Yeah, it was just...
Just
you know,
sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and what about Fredo? It's a simple question.
What do you want to do from here? You tell me. I mean, be honest. We'll see what's up. You feel me? Because I'm still going to grind. I'm still going to...
Of course, that's not what...
All right, well, I wish you all the best of luck. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All my guests for being here today and for sharing their stories with us. No matter how strong you believe in love, it's still very fragile. People break so easily, and so do dreams and hearts. Relationships built through real love and the ones that go through everything that is designed to tear them apart. If it's true love, it will come out even stronger than it was before. I want to hear from you, so go to our website at robertirvineshow.com or visit us on the Robert Irvine Show social media pages. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.